So Andrew, I have a question for you, okay?
Okay.
I have in my hands, I have $100 here. Now I can give you this $100 right now, or if you prefer, I can actually give you $20 over the next 5 months. Which would you prefer?
I prefer right now.
See, I figured she would actually do that. And what Andrea does not know is that she just participated in the time value of money, which is what we're going to be discussing in today's short educational video. This is what many investors and business owners make decisions on every single day. So you're definitely going to want to stay locked in today as we talk about the time value of money and how it may affect you. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, Andrea. And we do this simply by utilizing a team of strategic partners ranging from certified financial analysts, certified financial planners, estate attorneys, insurance advisors, and other needed professionals to help us build a holistic roadmap that's going to let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For specialized strategies on how to maximize your retirement income, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
So, Andrew, what you participated in at the beginning of our short educational video was a little notion known as the time value of money. And I can tell you that this is what many investors and business owners consider every single day when it comes to if they should actually do a project or not. So when it comes to the time value of money, there are things that people have to consider, because when you take money now or taking it later, you're going to have to figure out if that's going to be a valuable thing to take on. Because why? You have to consider, if I take this money now, I can actually start earning interest on that money immediately. So I can start the compounding effect. And if I take that money later, that compounding effect is going to be delayed. I also have to consider inflation. I have to consider the risk of that particular project. And I also have to consider, the type of return that I'm going to be earning over that period of time as well, to see just how valuable of a project is going to be. So in today's short educational video, that is exactly what we're going to cover. We're going to cover the aspects of the time value of money, so it can help you understand anytime that you're going to either take money as a lump sum now, or maybe take it over a series of payments, if that's going to be better for your overall situation. But before we get into that, there are 2 rules to retirement income that we always like to give you. And Andrew, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and dive in deeper about the time value of money. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a dive into the time value of money, and let's talk about some of the intuitive things that people think about when we're thinking about our money in the present and in the future. So when we're looking at the time value of money variables, these are the things that will make up those calculations. You're going to look at the future value of those dollars as FV. You're going to look at the present value of those dollars as PV. You're going to look at the interest rate, noted by I, interest. And we're going to look at the number of years, which is time, or as I like to call it, power. Because the longer you have to let those dollars accumulate through compounding interest, the more earnings you can have on those dollars. And the last thing that's gonna make up the time value of money component is the compounding periods. So we know we have different compounding periods where it can be monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, of course, annually. But we're going to look at, in this particular educational video, only the annual basis as we're looking at the calculations, just so we can keep things simple for you. So we're going to try to figure out the future value of the dollar amount of $10,000. We're going to assume that we have an interest rate of 5%, and we're going to use the power of 3 years. We're going to have 3 years that we're doing this. So when we calculate that, it's going to be 10,000. We're going to multiply 1 plus the interest rate, and then we're going to take that to the third power for 3 years, and that comes out to be $11,576. Now look, yeah, you want to use a calculator for this because that makes everything a lot easier. But this is what that money, this $10,000, the future value of those dollars, if you took it today, would be worth, if you're getting a 5% interest rate, those dollars are going to be worth $11,576. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at PV, the present value of those dollars. Now, PV is noted in the business world as a discounting factor. Now, this can get kind of confusing, I understand that, But what we're trying to do is discount the $10,000 if you decided not to take it today, but take it tomorrow. If you actually did not take that $10,000. So when we're taking a look at the calculations of present value, we're just taking the $10,000 and we're going to divide it by 1 plus the interest rate. And we're going to also look at taking it to the third power as well, because it's 3 years. And when we do that, we're going to get a calculation of $8,638. What that simply means is that a dollar today is certainly worth a lot more than a dollar tomorrow. So what that is basically saying is that it would take this amount of dollars today at this interest rate in order to get to this present value of $10,000. So if you're able to get this now versus later, obviously most people are going to choose this if all things are equal. Of course, if that interest rate tomorrow would be higher, then you're probably going to take a look at a different scenario, maybe taking those dollars later, depending on of course, inflation and how much more that you think that you can actually earn on that particular investment. So when people are looking at future value and present value calculations, a lot of businesses make decisions based off of these types of scenarios. Also, when you're looking at annuity payments or any type of stream of income, if you are a landlord, if you're a bank, you're basing a lot of your ideas about how that money is going to be lent out or how you're going to receive those payments based off the time value of money. So you can decide if you want to take a lump sum or you want to take those payments if you understand the time value of money calculations. So let's take a look at a couple of scenarios here. Let's look at something very, very simple. Let's say you have two payment options that you were considering, and both are going to equal $600. But in payment option 1, you'll receive $100 in year 1, $200 in year 2, $300 in year 3. In payment option 2, you're going to receive $400 in year 1, $100 in year 2, and then we're going to receive $100 in year 3, and we're going to still come to a total of $600. But which particular payment option is going to yield you the best results? So let's take a look at us still receiving that 5% interest. And now we're going to look at, in this scenario, payment option 1 and payment option 2 in a comparison, but using that present value calculation to discount that money for tomorrow, because we're not receiving that whole $600 now. We're receiving it over a series of payments. So this is where the present value calculations may come into play for you. So we know it's going to be $100 and $400 in the first year, but the next year in payment option 1, that $200 discounted using this present value calculation is valued at $190 to you. And then we're talking about 2 years later of receiving that $300, and that's discounted to $272. So this payment option, based off of the present value calculations, would yield you $562 over those 3 years. Now, if we take a look at payment option 2, we're looking at that $100 discounted 1 year later to $95. The $100 2 years later is going to be discounted to $91. And when you look at this scenario, your income for those 3 years is $586. So it goes without saying that payment option 2 would be the most profitable for you to choose. And so this is a very simplistic way of how you can decide what type of income payments you may want to receive from any investment. As we always say, no matter what your situation may be, you're going to want to consult with a financial advisor, a tax advisor, and an attorney to make sure that you're making the right decisions for yourself individually. So I really hope that this short educational video gave you some insight into how you may think about and understand the time value of money. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always consult with your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and or attorney regarding your own personal situation. And if you're looking for a fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, please click on the link provided in the description below and learn how you can become one of our high-value clients. For more information about this topic or any of the topics that we've discussed in our prior videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below.
To learn more about our services and how we can help you to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. Also, after this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.